Hello everyone. We have a game with the white pieces against AB5960, rated 1773. Let's see if we can get a Jobava London on the board. But he starts with e6, which leads me to believe we might get something else. So he plays d5, but that doesn't stop us from putting two pawns in the center and opening up our bishops. So that's what I'm going to do. And now we transpose into an e4 opening. And so if you're going to play the Jobava London, it's nice if you also know how to play e4 positions, because then you broaden your repertoire. So he takes the pawn. We can just take back. He plays h6, which is a slow prophylactic move. Let's just develop a knight towards the center. Not waste too much time on a simple move. He develops a knight and attacks my knight. I'm going to develop a new piece and defend. Just bringing out more pieces. Now I have 3 minors out. He develops his knight, attacks our center pawn twice. I'm just going to castle, and this pawn is defended by tactics. And so I'm just developing, and he takes. This guy's an 1800, but he takes the pawn, which is not good. So first, because I'm about to win material, I'm going to throw in this extra trade just to get rid of more pieces while I'll be up material in the future. So I'm going to take this with check. He has to take back one way or another. It doesn't matter which way he captures. Okay. I wonder what he's thinking about. I mean, this still defends this, so I don't know what he's thinking about. Just take back the piece, right? And regardless of which way he takes back, the whole point of this thing is I'm going to take his knight, and that's just a free piece, and he can't take back with his queen in either case because the check wins the queen. So he takes back with the queen, and now we pick up our free piece. And we are up a knight for a pawn. He might be realizing now that he can't take it. And so we have our win condition, the extra piece, and we can just try to convert by trading without making concessions. Like, don't make bad trades, but you could trade. Now he's not sure what to do. Our king is totally safe. So he just develops a new piece, attacks the knight again. We have options. What do I want to do though? You could play c3, you could defend with the bishop, you could move the knight. We can move it to try to reroute it here. We can move it here to get the turn back on the bishop, which is kind of nice. Or we don't have to move it at all. We could just develop a new piece. And again, if he tries this thing, he's going to hang his queen. So it's not undefended. Bring a new piece out. Can't be bad. I can always go c3 next. Okay, so he castles, so he's no longer going to hang his queen. And now my knight is hanging. Although no, wait. I have this check now. So takes, takes, takes. It's not hanging still. Wow. Okay, that's pretty funny. So I mean, I was gonna go c3, but considering it's defended, although I probably shouldn't play games, let's just go c3. And maybe now that I made some room, I can create a queen and bishop battery here. He doesn't have a knight to defend that square. So he moves his bishop back as opposed to putting his rook on a nice file. This does aim at my king, but I mean, can never really be anything. Considering I'm up a piece, trades are good for me even though it looks like I can organize pressure against his king side. I might as well just go for easy conversion because that's practical in real life. So I kind of want to just develop my queen and offer that queen trade, connect my rooks. My position looks great. And if he doesn't want the queen trade, he's going to have to retreat because my bishops, you know, they cover too many squares here. If he does trade, I'll just reroute my knight. Another nice square for it. In either case, I have an extra knight. So I'm going to try to use that knight. If I can, I'll try to take one of his bishops with it. Doesn't matter which one. If I get to choose, I mean, I guess I would take the dark one right now. Okay, what? He, he just leaves his queen there. So we get the queen trade. He was protecting this pawn so he can move his bishop or something weird. But I have no intention of making, you know, the strongest move that pressurizes his position the most. I'm just going to trade queens. Up my knight, right? He has to take back. He has no threats. Now he has no chances of attack because he has no queen. And we can take another pawn for free. Now we're up a full knight. He doesn't even have a pawn for it. And so this is just a much easier way to win the game. His king is also open. So if we can get two rooks here, that's checkmate. Not that we need to go for checkmate, but we do want to develop our rook anyway. Maybe we can play f4 and sneak this guy in. If he kicks our knight, we do have the f5 square. I mean, you could go for stuff like this and convert that way, but I guess he might be threatening some type of, oh no, he can't do that and do this. I mean, f4 or rook over. Either way, this guy can come through here and the other guy can go through here. Something like that. Doesn't matter too much what you do. He hits our knight with the other pawn. Here he takes our knight. Check, he goes here. Check, he goes here. I need the other rook. Although, check, and his rook's hanging. So I think I could get active and sack my knight. Let's do that. It looks fun. I don't really want to retreat my knight because... Okay, he doesn't take it. He weakens his dark squares, shuts out the light diagonal. But his king is... Oh, I see. He wants the h7 square. That's good. So here, he has to go here. I could hit his rook. Then I could reroute my knight now that he made some good squares for me. That should be fine. So let's give this check. Open up that square for the knight with tempo. He hits our bishop. Now we don't have time to save both unless we hit his rook, right? Now our knight's hanging, but his rook's hanging. But if his rook was defended, he would get 2 pieces for it, but now he doesn't. Okay, so this isn't a threat, right? So we don't have to worry about it. We can just now move our knight, and now it's going to hop into one of these dark squares, and we don't need to even do anything or win against the king. We're up a piece. We just happen to be doing it because we can. But it doesn't matter if it succeeds or fails. We don't need to checkmate him. As long as we don't blunder a piece or something, we're fine. So he moves his king, but that walks into discoveries. Everyone should see that. So you should automatically be looking for where can I move my bishop to hurt him. And so this looks like a good square to hurt him, because not only can he evacuate the way he was trying to go, but he loses the bishop with tempo. Everything collapses. So we can take this and hit the rook. You also could have taken his rook first or check intermezzoed first. Okay, he moves the rook but then resigns because it's hopeless. And another game that transposes into an e4 opening that leads into a kingside attack. And we win. So that was a really good game against an 1800. Let's go through it. We open like this with the knight, but realistically we're not going to get a Jobava after e6 because we're going to be able to play e4. He's not going to be able to stop it twice. So he plays d5 and we open the center, take control. He takes, so force move. Development in center. Development in center. King safety and development. And it says we're already +1 better positionally. Didn't do anything but develop our pieces. Every move, 1 new piece. That's all we did for 7 moves. Now he blunders and it goes from +1 to +4. We just win because he loses a piece. Now you could take this piece and leave your knight here. Because I knew I was going to win material, I was just trading down even faster earlier. Because it's forcing, because it comes with check, so he can't do anything about it. And then I take the knight, getting my piece and removing a set of minor pieces so I can convert faster. Okay, it's +5. Development and center. Center and development. Development, center, queen trade. Free stuff, ruins his position, wins material. Free stuff for free. Now here, I mean, you have lots of options, but just one option I chose to give this rook some avenue. It's just f4, center and development, king safety, all those. And it's +5, and you can see I don't even move my knight. I just lift my rook. And based on the graph, it's perfectly even. All zeros, 98%, so fully justified knight sacrifice. He doesn't even take it. We can throw in the check, free improving move. Improve the piece for free and forced. Improve a piece for free and forced. Well, not for free, but improve a piece and forced. And then this is just a blunder, +6 to +9, because we have this move. And it almost looks forcing from beginning to end, and it is. Once I set this trap for him, and he takes this pawn, basically from here on out, the rest of the game is just one long forcing variation that leads to him losing. So that's why it's easy to play from here, and that's why he lost so smoothly, because it's kind of forced everything that he has to respond to. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully it encourages you to play e4 openings. Good luck in your chess. Goodbye.